Alright, in this video we are going to look at how to take our fillets and make them a little more accurate. We can see here we have two dots just sort of floating in space. We're not really sure what these are yet, but if I hover on them, we can learn about what they are. Okay, so if I click on that, I can see that it's a point in the bottom right hand corner. I can see its origin is of x, y, and z, its dimensions in space, and I can see that it is sort of put here as a construction line. I saw this thing highlight when I clicked on it. So if I unclick that and click over here and click on that point again, I can see it highlights. So that tells me it's there as a reference point. That reference point is the origin or the center point of this tangent, of this arc over here, or fillet. So when we took our two straight lines, which were horizontal and vertical, and filleted them, we created a 3-point arc. Okay. So what we need to do now is adjust the radius of this arc to something that makes sense for our shape. Our shape has a height of 27. We know from math class that a circle has a diameter, and that measurement is from one side of the circle through its center point to the other. So the diameter of my circle in this case should be equal to the height of my object, which is 27. We also know that the radius is 1/2 of the diameter. So if I know that my height is 27, that means the radius of each of these circles should be 13.5. So we can go ahead and adjust that now. So I'm going to take my dimension tool. I'm going to click once on the arc itself and pull out and type in the value of 13.5. We'll notice right now that mine turned red, and yours may not. Depends on how you created the fillets in the first place. But when I turned mine and set the dimension to 13.5, it said it cannot compute that because the fillet over here is set to 12.554. Sorry. I'm going to drag that out and realize that I had a hidden dimension there. So if you ever get something red, check around, see if you have any dimensions stated that are not true, or see if you have anything known as a constraint set that is not true, and we're going to come to those in the next video. So I'm going to click on the 12.554, hit delete, and that will get rid of that issue there. Okay. So if this arc is 13.5, it seems to have forced this arc and these two arcs to be the same as well. So rather than doing it in the next video, let's just see it right now. If I click on this defined arc of 13.5, and then I click on the undefined arcs, I can highlight them all, and then I can use what's known as a constraint to make them all equal. So if I hit this equal sign, the program itself will force these 4 3-point arcs to stay the same. Okay. So if I adjust my value of 27, these arcs will auto-adjust so that they have the same origin, the same center point of their circle, which is very helpful for us when we're trying to create a symmetrical bracket. So I'll leave that little number over here, which represents the radius of the arc. And by using my constraints, I can see I have these little equal statements now. I can see what they're equal with. So as I sort of click on the line and then hover, so if I click on the line and then hover, I can see the highlighted nature showing me that these two currently highlighted arcs are equal, these two are equal, and these two are equal. I also have this little symbol here which represents tangent to tell me that I have a tangent point at the end of my arc with the other arc, and I have a tangent point up here with my horizontal line. So they can be very useful visually to highlight the relationships and constraints you have on your model currently. Okay. So in the next video we will look at how to start applying our punch throughs, and then in our final videos when we get to it we will look at the extrusion. Okay, so join me in the next video to start creating what are known as construction lines to help guide our process.